Hey everybody, this is just a quick reaction piece while I wait to jump into Firewall Ultra on PSVR 2. We got some pretty crazy news today. Bigscreen Beyond just dropped out of the blue. I mean, they said they were going to be doing an announcement, but I was like, okay, well, it's going to be like a software update or something like that. And then they splashed out and they're like, oh, guess what? You can buy this thing straight away for $1,000. So I don't know, Beyond 2 certainly spent a good number of hours thinking about this and whether or not it would warrant a purchase. It's definitely a good looking headset, and certainly the things that they tackled which impressed me, number one was the face gasket. The face gasket, the whole like custom foam wait 4 months thing really did not feel great. It's like, got my headset, want to play it, don't want to wait for like custom foam to ship from California or wherever it's manufactured. So they seem to have nailed that. The colors are really rad. I really like the volcanic orange one. That one is cool. Sorry, nuclear orange, but I associate it with volcanoes because it's lovely. The optics are about the same. I mean, I know they've did changes to the lenses, and that's fine. The form factor again is still good. I love the Navy SEAL flip gasket on the top as well, which was pretty cool. That was somewhere in this video. I'm sure I could find it if I tried hard, but let's see if we can just check it. But I think in this, the sad thing is that, here we go. This is the Navy SEAL's Halo strap. Here we go. I think this looks pretty cool. Also taking pressure off the face or whatever. You got that band run around the side. I think like comfort, form factor, the general look and feel of the headset, like it's pretty rad. It's pretty rad. It's a cool development anyway, and I think it definitely warrants consideration. But there are still two major things that hold me back from getting overly excited about Bigscreen Beyond 2. And actually, I'm just noticing Bigscreen is on the front of the, or looked to be on the front of the display, and I'm not sure it still is. Anyway, there's Darth Vader. I mean, Darshan. He's just there in his like gloomy room, just disappearing out of the darkness with this cool headset. So I love, actually the can is definitely the thing that stands out the most for me in this scene, because you've got that Bigscreen Beyond can and it's just pretty cool. So anyway, we were thinking about, you know, like, were we going to buy this thing? Like, is it something that's really for us? And that's really the big question of like, are we going to splash? Are we going to spend the money on this? But there are two main reasons that we decided not for us. Number one, the Steam controllers. Steam controllers, the index controllers, they are not very comfortable for me. Anyway, I don't know why. Pressure around this part of the hand, just, I don't know, it doesn't like it after a little while. And just the general nature of the controller, plus you get thumbstick drift after months, and replacements are a pain in the butt. And then, of course, you got lighthouses, base stations, which I can get beyond. I can get past that. But when I said to my wife, I was like, honey, if you want to buy one of these, you go ahead. I'll review it. You have it. No problem. And she said there's two reasons. So the first one was the Steam controllers, and I agree there. Like, I don't want to go back to Vive ones. I don't want to use Knuckles. I'm just not interested in either of those being a daily driver for me. They're just too awkward. And then the second reason was just the cable, the fact that they're cabled. It's like, I've got a Quest now, I can remote away from it. What are we looking at, an eyeball here? That's the eye tracking, which is kind of cool. Yeah, so that's the biggest pain point. So I think if there was a Beyond 3, you know, if there was a Beyond 3, I would probably want them to find a way to get to controllers that are something like what the Quest has. Even if they, you know, mapped with like the PSVR 2 controllers, just anything that was a more reasonable, more up-to-date version of a controller, preferably with an exchangeable external battery. Like, I prefer AA batteries, swapping in and out just makes it easy so you can keep playing or whatever. Form factor is great. The advancements are fantastic. The box and everything else that they've got looks great. The facial interface, as I said, really love that. I've not used the Bigscreen Beyond because it was just too beyond my needs, to be honest. But the price point is fair, I find. It looks pretty fair. You know, you got the Beyond 2 and then the Beyond 2E for for $1,200, and those again seem like reasonable prices. They are US dollars, so that's pretty expensive for me in Canadian. I don't think it would give me what I would need, especially with all the extras I'd have to add to the pack to make it relevant to me. But, you know, I just wanted a thumb up for the company. Great job. Definitely not for us right now. It's a skip for us. But Darshan, cool move. And honestly, I mean, this is kind of a horrible thing to say, I think, but just like they did with choking you out with Bigscreen, the original software product where you could watch movies, I suppose the next move I would expect is that Meta would just copy something like this in a small form factor using their optics and their tracking and all of that. And yeah, just to kind of mimic, copy, and other companies. I'm surprised other companies haven't copied this form factor yet, because it's cool to have it lightweight and small. Obviously it needs something. There's more compromises that need to be made in that respect, but for a cabled headset, and I really look forward to having a cabled headset. But yeah, if you're a simmer, it's probably an obvious choice because it looks pretty comfortable, lightweight. You wouldn't even feel like you're in VR. If I could trade my PSVR for that with the panel as it is, I mean, this is one heavy, not heavy, but it's bulky, right? And the bulk is discernible as you're playing. So those are our thoughts on the Bigscreen Beyond 2. I just again wanted to applaud Darshan and the Bigscreen team for what a cool launch. Surprise, surprise, you know, and then it gets you kind of scrambling for your wallet. I was saying to my wife at lunchtime, I'm like, look at this. It's going to sell out in months. We got to decide tonight. Like, we've got to make a decision. And then she came back to me with the counterpoints, and I was like, you know what? Fair enough. That is, why are we looking at Discord now? I'm clearly not sure what's going on here. So that was good. All right. That's our thoughts on it. What were your thoughts about it? Are you going to be picking it up? And what would you need to push you over the boundary? Like, what changes to this headset do you need? I think for us, the eye tracking is a great addition. Quest is sorely missing that. Still don't know why in Quest 3 they couldn't have put in the eye tracking. But anyway, we'll see Meta make a move there. And again, we've yet to see from Valve if Valve are going to make another move. And hopefully they will. And if Valve make new controllers that are better than what they currently have, then who knows? Maybe this becomes even more attractive at that point. Until then, that's us. Doodles.